Hello, everybody. Welcome to Match a Resident's Guide for Understanding the Post-Match Soap. My name is Amanda. I'm the Director of Communications with Match a Resident, and I wanted to put this guide together as soap is quickly approaching, and it may be difficult to understand. You may not want to think about it, but it's good to be prepared. So let's talk a little bit about it, and we'll jump right in. In this guide today, we're going to talk about understanding what the soap is, how you can prepare for the post-match soap, a breakdown of the post-match soap week, and your checklist. What is the post-match soap? The post-match soap is the supplemental offer and acceptance program that takes place after the main match for applicants who are unmatched or partially matched, meaning that they either have categorical or transitional or prelim, but they don't have both of them together, so they'll have to fill that other year. The post-match soap spans Monday through Thursday of match week and can be overwhelming for residency candidates who have never gone through it before. It can be overwhelming for candidates who have gone through it before. It's a lot that takes place in a small amount of time, so I really want you to make sure that you understand how to utilize your time and do the tasks that will lead you to success. Preparing for the post-match soap. So considerations for soap is that if you've received little to no interview invites, you might want to consider preparing. Obviously, it only takes one interview to match, and I am a firm believer of this, but you want to be prepared just in case, because you never know, the soap actually may lead you to the program that you are meant to be with. So in order to prepare, you should review and optimize your personal statement. Make sure that there was nothing in your personal statement before that might have hindered your application, and that it was showing you in the best light possible. You also want to make sure that it is specialty specific. You're going to update your letters of recommendation. Maybe some of the letters of recommendation you used in the previous cycle weren't as strong as they could have been. You could consider reaching out to the letter author and seeing if they will update it and add in some details. You can inform them of any new experiences that you've had since they initially wrote that letter. Or you can try finding a new letter of recommendation. If you have had new experiences since you applied for ERS initially, this would be the great time to utilize that. You also will want to consider applying for another specialty. This may not be exactly ideal, and this might only be for candidates who really cannot afford to go through the match again, but you want to look at which specialties are going to be the most popular within the soap and are actually going to have open positions. For example, OBGYN or neurology, there might not be as many open positions in the post-match soap, unfortunately. But for something like internal medicine or emergency medicine, there's going to be a lot more opportunity there. And lastly, you really want to make sure that you're practicing your interview skills. The post-match soap is going to be a bit different in the sense that interviews are going to be very fast and they'll be over the phone. So you want to make sure you also have a US-based phone number for that. Some things that you might want to prepare for them asking are, why do you think you didn't match in the main cycle? Why are you passionate about coming to this program? And just be prepared to concisely show your strengths and your interests. So a breakdown of the post-match soap timeline. So on Monday, March 11th at 8 a.m. EST, applicants will discover if they're matched, unmatched, or partially unmatched. Applicants who are unmatched or partially unmatched will gain access to the list of unfilled positions at 10 a.m. EST in the NRMP R3 system. So that only at that time are you going to get access to that list. And the only way you'll get access to that list is if you participated in the main match and then you went unmatched in some sense. During this time, you are going to be researching programs. Applicants can begin applying at 11 a.m. to a maximum of 45 programs. So that's all that you have is 45 programs across all specialties for the entirety of soap. So on Monday, when you're making these decisions, you want to make sure that you've really carefully considered and you've set your application up in the best way. If you are considering another specialty, you want to make sure that you have the letters of recommendation and the personal statement for that specialty when you apply. Beginning Tuesday, March 12th at 8 a.m. EST, programs will begin to receive applications and then they can send out these interview offers. That's going to continue throughout Tuesday and Wednesday. So you want to make sure that you are promptly responding to these interview offers and that you're prepared to conduct these interviews in a professional manner. So you want to make sure that you have good service, you're not riding a bike, you're not in the car, you're sitting somewhere, you're ready to have these interviews, and you're responding quickly. A good advice for that would be turn your notifications on loud, or consider having a family member or a friend help you with making sure that you are answering all of your emails on time if you can't be available. Then finally, on Thursday, March 14th at 9 a.m., the first of 4 offer rounds will commence. So at this point, interviews are done. We're going into offer rounds. There is no ranking in the SOAP. The way that offer rounds work is they're 2-hour periods where programs can offer you a position. That offer will come through to you on the NRMP R3 system. Then you can accept that offer or you can reject that offer. But it must be done before the round ends or it will expire and it's automatically rejected. So again, you really want to make sure that you are very available during that day. You're not missing any offers. There's no chance that 2 hours are going to go by and you can't check in and make sure that if you got something, you can accept it. If you get an offer, I do want to say it's very important that you consider taking it, as offers are not that common in the SOAP, and the likelihood of getting another offer in the next round goes down as each round the amount of open positions will lessen. And then after the end of every offer round, there's an hour in between the next offer round. So this will go on for 4 rounds, and then the SOAP will conclude at 8 p.m. EST once the last offer round ends. At that time, if you have not matched, then you are considered an unmatched applicant. Now for the post-match SOAP checklist. As I said before, you're going to update your personal statement and your letters of recommendation. You should research which specialties are most likely to have open positions. You should ensure that all of your NRMP fees are paid. You should be practicing your interview skills and understanding what type of interview questions you can expect during the post-match SOAP. You want to understand what to expect during the post-match SOAP. You want to know that you have a clear understanding of the timeline of this week, as well as what tasks you need to be aware of. You want to obtain a US phone number. You can do this through Skype, Google, Vonage. There's a few different services out there. And you want to make sure that your notifications are on loud. Maybe even give a specific really loud tone to your emails just for those few days so that you know, oh, I just got an email. That could be an offer. That could be an interview. And if you aren't going to be around for some reason, you have a commitment for work or just some appointment or something prior, you want to make sure that someone is checking your notifications so they can accept an interview offer for you and they can accept an offer for a position if it comes to it, as I hope it will. We actually have just launched a new service that can assist with all of the above. SOAP 45 is our comprehensive service that will help you understand the process, prepare for potential program vacancies within the top 5 specialties, and determine which programs to use your precious 45 applications on. You can sign up at matchyourresident.com for access to the free SOAP guide and FAQ. That guide has 4 modules that will walk through each part of the SOAP, how to prepare, and give you more advice on what you can do to further enhance your application. In addition, it has a SOAP prep, which will provide a list of programs that you're more likely to match into and that are likely to be on the list the unfilled list this year based on data from the last 5 years that we've obtained from Match a Resident. Using this list, you are able to prepare your application for those programs and get more insight on what they could be looking for, what's going to be the best fit for you, and that will pay off in the long run. So that's a very helpful service. And then there's also the SOAP search service, which is what will come in handy when you are actually applying for SOAP. And that includes all 18 specialties. So you could put in the ACGME codes of the entire list, and it will actually show you compatibility for each of these programs and what you're more likely to match into. Do you have any questions or comments? Do you want to learn more about our SOAP 45 service, or you just need some guidance for preparing with SOAP? Please get in touch with us. You can give us a call. You can send us an email. You can reach out to us on Instagram. We love to hear from you, and we are so excited for this match week. I know that talking about SOAP isn't fun, and I know you don't want to be part of the SOAP, and I hope that you just match. But if you do end up part of the SOAP, know that it's not the end of your journey, and it doesn't mean that you're not a great doctor. But to be successful in this match, you want to be prepared. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.